Welcome to the Phanatics podcast. I'm Nick. I'm here with a freshly baby-faced shaved Zach because of Rojas getting a double, and we are Madison-less again. She's having technical difficulties. She just hates us. It's one of those.
That's a strong possibility. We are annoying.
We are very annoying. It could be that. So, um, let's jump right in. We'll talk about the Cardinal series,
Okay.
and then
Yeah, I
we'll
mean, that was,
transition to the poop series.
yeah, it wasn't the poop series for one series, for one game
No,
this
it was. It
year.
was the poobell.
But Cardinals, yeah, poop bell. Cardinals series was okay, I guess. I mean, that last game kind of scared me, being way too close. I think that's a game that's a series we probably should have had a good opportunity to sweep. But game one, 5-3 Phillies in 10. Game two, Cardinals took 3-0, and then we took the last one 4-3. Some standouts. I mean, Rojas is looking pretty good when he goes to St. Louis. So, 4
Maybe
for
that's a
9.
trading destination.
I wasn't gonna say it. I was thinking it. Not really. Maybe, but Nick always takes that one for me. Then you got Turner. He went 5 for 11. He started to get hot a little bit, and then Marsh was just doing Martian type things. And,
Yeah. I mean,
all these heat second.
Trey looks like he's
That
definitely
was
getting
that was a guy you
going.
said that was gonna. You said he was gonna break out too. I
Yep.
remember. I remember last time you said that. So I was kind of circling him to check on him.
Yeah, he's looked
Pitching
pretty
did
good.
good
I mean,
though.
pitching has looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Other than
Turnbull
Sir
is a
Anthony, besides tonight.
Turnbull's a surprising surprise. Um, I mean, Sanchez has looked about the best you can ask for him. It's just run
Mm-hmm.
support that we're not
Yeah.
getting. Um, I mean, that's even the same. That's you could say the same thing we just said about the Cardinal series for the Pirate series. That's really just the same.
Mm-hmm.
Ex- I mean, there was Cassie's walk off in the Pirate series, so that was exciting.
You were happy.
I was really happy. I was hoping he was going to do
I
it tonight too.
know. I
Um,
thought he had one, dude.
I thought he
And I
had
looked
it.
back at it, and I was like, it's
He's
getting
gonna get
closer.
it.
It looks
He's
like he
gonna
has
get
more
hot soon.
violence in him.
We could put that in. He's about to get hot. I said that last time about Trey. Cassie's about to get hot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, I mean, Marsh has been the best player on this team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the best player in baseball at this point.
I mean, he's hot,
Uh,
man. He's hitting the ball all over the field.
yeah, and it's the the rest of the team hasn't woke up yet. Their
No,
Bryce looks atrocious at most times, except his defense. His defense is incredible.
it's
Um,
impeccable.
yeah, his offense is not ready yet.
It looked decent tonight, though, in the Rockies game, the opening game.
I see like he's starting to. Yeah, we got to get to the Rockies game because we have a lot to talk about.
We'll get
But
there eventually, guys. Stay with
but
me.
yeah, he besides that 3 home run game and the following game where he had
Mhm.
was it 3 hits, he's been struggling, and
Mhm.
I know it's just a matter of time. So it's
Yeah, with
hard
him,
because you look
it's
at the line.
all
Yeah, you look at the lineup. It's all a matter of time for everybody.
yeah.
So
It's how much time. How much time does it take? Just one of them to get hot, though. I mean,
well,
it's
we
kind of
touched on
sad
it
that
already.
we talk about Rojas, as a 9 hitter being the worst guy on the team, but no one else is really stepping up and helping the pitching staff out.
I mean, you look at. I mean, Schwarber's playing really good. Trey is finally looking like Trey, especially today. Defensive
That
wise,
defensive play, oh wow,
that's the Trey
360
Turner you
put
pay
out.
money for.
Mm-hmm.
And then Marsh, JT seems hot and cold. But he keeps getting hurt, so he's probably dealing with some aches and pains. Pache's obviously the best player on this team, and it's
We'll get
just it's a
there. We'll
lot.
get
So
there.
it's a lot going on right now.
Yeah, we'll get to that one later.
So basically, I
Pache
mean, I'm sorry for cutting you off.
You're good, man. Coming up.
Basically, the series was what we expected it to be. I said the Pirates series was going to be pretty close if we didn't actually wake up, and we didn't wake up. We split the poop series. We split the poop.
We shouldn't have split that series, man.
Um,
Should not.
yeah. Well, we could talk about why we're splitting series, and it's wasted Wheeler starts.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
that's a big one.
Zach has looked incredible. Not this Zach, but Zach Wheeler
I do look incredible.
has looked incredible. And I mean, he had 10 Ks, and then he just that was just like
It's a vintage
this
Zach
is
Wheeler start. Who cares? He gave up a couple
yeah
runs. He kept you in it, and he was dominant.
yeah, and we can't seem to hit for him.
No, it's year in and year out. I mean, he gives us everything every single time he goes out. I mean, like there's not a pitch where he throws where I'm like, they probably shouldn't hit that ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Except
even
a couple of the grand slam. Eventually, we'll get to that, I'm sure. But that was like the one mistake in the past 3 years that I've seen Wheeler like just put there for somebody. You know.
he's probably frustrated.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're going out there and you're throwing gas and you're painting the corners and this and that, and you're just not getting any run support. So, I mean, can't say I wouldn't be frustrated.
I mean, it's it's tough to watch because
Mm-hmm.
it's not just they struggle
And the
with
worst is it's not
everybody.
even just his starts too. That's just the biggest one
Yeah,
that sticks out to me. I mean, like even look at Nola's starts. I mean, some of his are, he gives up a home run early or another one that's their solo shots and it's 3-0. But 3 runs, you should be in the game. You should not be shut out. You should not be scoring 1 run with this offense.
Nola
You
has
know?
had one bad start.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
And I'll take that one on the chin. You know, I'm a big Nola supporter. That was a bad
So it's
start.
just one bad start, and that's typical. But otherwise, he's looked really good.
Yeah, tonight was. We'll get there.
Oh,
We'll
yeah,
get
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
there.
Slow down, slow down. Um, I mean, the you're you're not going to win if you can't score runs. So, and it doesn't matter how well. What am I listening to?
That's my dryer. I forgot that
Oh, okay.
it's already done.
And yeah, I mean, you're not going to win if you can't score runs, and it doesn't matter if Zach Wheeler's pitching or Taiwan Walker. You're not going to win a game. So
Yeah, I mean, the worst part is like the at bats. Like I can't, other than the strikeouts, because the strikeouts have been pretty hard to watch. But when they hit the ball, they're hitting it to spots where people are making good plays. The ball was hit hard. I mean, other than Rojas hitting the ball in the infield, actually, I mean, I could be lying. We might be leading the league in infield hits, but that's a different discussion. It's happening every night, and it's more often than not. So, but we're hitting the ball pretty well. I like the at bats, like a quality at bats. It's just not dropping, not going over the fence.
yeah, I mean, you can't live or die by the home run, and it feels like sometimes that's how this team likes to think, and you're not going to win that way. You're not going to win a World Series that way. We've seen that, and it's just
But the
go ahead.
Pirate series, the daycare kind of stood out really, really to me. They were
Are they really the
they
daycare
stepped
now?
up.
Have to be
Uh,
kindergartners by now.
maybe like half day kindergartners, right?
Half day
Because
kindergartners.
we're old
Okay,
enough
I'll
so
go
that
with that.
we have them for a while, so they're gonna graduate gradually.
Okay, they'll graduate eventually. Okay, so they're kindergartners. All right, but yeah, I mean, they stood out. They definitely stood out, and they're all really good. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's frustrating watching your team lose to a team like the Pirates, or
I mean,
and it's
they've been
not
off to
even
a
that the
hot
Pirates are
start, but
bad, but
no, they're young and not ready yet. I think so it's a frustrating series because yeah, they're doing well, but it's a series that we kind of look at and you can kind of think in your mind that that should be a sweep. That should be the first sweep of the year. We should have given the Pirates their first series loss of the year. We split with them.
yeah, I
How do
mean,
you
they
think
got
they
a
feel
good.
about that going back to Pittsburgh? You know.
They're gonna be happy about it. They're gonna build off of that, and they're gonna win more
Mm-hmm.
games. While we're sitting here upset
Their
about it,
pitching staff is pretty good though. I'm not gonna lie, it
and they
looked
got
pretty
a lot
good.
of young guys. I mean,
Hmm.
um, was it O'Neill Cruz?
Yeah,
Very
like a
tall
just like a
individual.
Ellie De La Cruz kind of build.
Yeah, something with those Cruz things.
I don't
How
know.
do we get
They
one?
got some pop. I don't know, man. I have no idea. I'm still trying to figure out how we didn't sign Yamamoto and we gave him all the most money. Than
Yeah,
the international game
I,
is different, I guess.
but I'm not even looking at pitching staff as an issue that much anymore.
No, it's not. It really isn't.
At least early in the season, I'm looking at five starters who can win you baseball games.
Yeah, and the best part about it is you have a six starter who is going through the rehab process in Taiwan Walker, and he still won us 15 games last year, whether you like it or not. You know,
He
he
did.
still won 15 games last year and helped us get to the playoffs. I mean, we were in a race for a little bit, and he had some quality starts, got some run support, which the other pitchers don't seem to get.
Maybe that's what we
Um,
need. We need Taiwan back
but
for run support.
I don't know about all that. I mean, the way Turnbull's pitching is kind of like
I don't.
it's
Yeah,
a good problem to have though. It's a good problem to have when your pitching staff is pitching this good. Um, eh, the offense just needs to pick it up. It's simple. You know,
it's
see ball, hit ball. Just put it in play. See what
yeah.
happens. These guys are swinging at pitches that are they look like frisbees coming into play.
I
You
mean,
know,
you got a lot of guys swinging at the dirt, swinging too high, or it's it's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch. And then
and it's worse to watch when you see a guy like Schwarber who we expect to hit the ball very, very far, and he's singles. You know, he's hitting the ball well. It might not translate to over the fence, but he is definitely and that's a guy that we thought, whatever. He's going to bat first. He's going to strike out 200 times. He's going to give us 40 plus home runs. But the guy is just producing, so it kind of looks. It draws a question to me of the leadoff spot again, which I
do
hate to
we?
bring it up
I
again, but you drop him a little bit because he has been producing. He has been hitting the ball, get some speed in front of him.
put
Maybe
Trey in
it'll
front of
ignite
him.
his bat. What'd you say?
Put Trey at first. Bat first.
Yeah, I mean, I would
Put
say
Schwarber at
Trey.
second.
That's probably yeah, and I don't mind Schwarber lefty and then Harper lefty right after him because you put a righty behind them and
Righty,
Bohm
lefty, lefty,
or
righty.
yeah,
Yeah.
so you put in a lefty and you got to face even if an inning comes up and Rojas strikes out and then Trey is out and you lead off the next inning with Schwarber and Harper. I mean, I don't know what pitcher isn't going to think about something in the back of their head like I can't leave that pitch there. Doesn't matter. He protects him. He gets protection with Harper. You got to pitch to him because you got to pitch to Harper.
I think
So
Schwarber will see more balls to hit for at least home runs too. His home run numbers will shoot back up even more
and Trey would probably get some better pitches to hit too because you got Schwarber
because they're
behind
not going
him.
to want to
So
pitch to Schwarber. Yeah.
I mean that's just my thinking. It probably won't happen, but
It's
it
not going to
just draws into
happen.
the question.
But
He's been hitting.
and I mean, there's a I was listening to this sports media outlet called the Phanatics, and there was this guy on there who said that Schwarber was going to hit 250. So,
I think I know that guy. That was a
so,
bold prediction that I liked.
and I think he might be right. That guy knows his
Yeah.
sports. So,
I think what is he hitting right now? I think he's above 240, right? Or maybe
yeah, he
not.
is. I
What
think
is he? He might be above 240, but
last
he
I
kind of
checked, it was like
struggles.
247, but that's probably
Mm,
different after today.
I think I was going to send
Um,
that to you. Like, oh, Schwarber's hitting like 247. That prediction doesn't look like too far away now.
I don't know. You can tell by his at bats that was at least I was able to when I looked at it. I was like, he's gonna hit 250 because that looks more like a skinny Kyle Schwarber, not
Right.
skinny
And
as in
that's
he's skinny, but he lost a lot of
that's the
weight.
thing that really messes with me too. Like they pinch run for him, and he's in. It looks like he's in really good shape. He's slimmed down. He's a little more nimble. I don't want to take his bat out of the lineup ever.
But today it worked, which we haven't got to
It
yet.
did.
But
It did. It did. And that's
um,
why I kind of brought it up because I was thinking about that when it happened, and I was like,
no, I think it's okay for us to talk about it. We don't have to. We just jump right into it.
yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, um, Pache hit a walk off today
Mm-hmm.
versus the Colorado Rockies, which we'll talk more about. But if Zach saying that Schwarber's bat should be in the lineup, Kyle probably does the same thing there, and we're less stressed out about it, and it's a whole thing. But
He's
I mean,
such a smart baseball player. He might even have done something differently that would have worked out. You don't know.
yeah, I mean, but I think we can just end this debate of Johan Rojas. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's time to just call it. It's over. Pache's a better hitter. He's not that much of a better hitter. He's not,
No,
but he's
that's
a
the hard
better
part. The
hitter.
hard part to swallow. You know.
But he's a better hitter. And I was saying it, I don't know, for a really long time now, that he's a better hitter, and he is. And it's
Mm-hmm.
not like he's drastically better. It's not like I'm comparing Rojas to Trey Turner. I'm comparing Rojas to
Right.
Pache, and Pache's a better hitter.
He's had
Yes,
more at
Rojas is.
bats.
Yeah, Rojas is a better fielder. Yes, he's better at route running. He's faster. But has Pache caused any issues in the field yet?
There was one play where the ball was hit over him in center field where he kind of didn't have good, route to the ball and it looked a little funky. But I, I'm with you, man. I mean, I would rather put him up there in a big spot. It always seems like Rojas comes up in the seventh inning when it's a tie ball game. A guy's on second or first and two outs. A big time spot. And look what happened tonight. I mean, Pache came through and did the job. Didn't really
That's
look
all
like
I
he was
ask.
pressure or anything.
That's what I ask for that
Hmm.
spot, though. I'm not asking for him
You
to
don't need to be
hit.
a 3 hitter at the nine spot.
No, I just want him to at least get on base.
Hmm.
It hit when he needs to. That was a perfect example of that. Rojas
Hmm.
is not a good baseball. He's not a good offensive baseball player. He's good in
Right.
St. Louis and good
And
for him.
that's the thing. I mean,
But
they value defense so much. When they
you
don't
got
really need to,
Marsh's
they always
arm out there.
try.
That's fantastic. Casty's
Mhm.
has a solid arm out in defense. Yeah, he makes a lot of stupid mistakes, but I feel like it's
Mhm.
just is what it is with him. And but still, like you have your defense out there still. Pache is not. All right, let's.
The thing that makes me mad is if you're comparing Rojas and Pache, you're comparing two bench players,
Yeah,
correct? Like
none of
that's
those
the
guys
thing.
should be starting.
So exactly. So they should, if you want to have Rojas on this roster, I have no problem with it being a defensive pinch runner at the end of a game where we really need him. You know what I mean? So why not just slide him back and figure something out? Because he doesn't need three at bats a game. He's clearly not.
He's not going to hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
So
had
it's
a
just
couple
frustrating.
nice bunts.
But I don't want
He's
to
had a
see
couple
that.
nice bunts,
Who
but
wants to
he
see a
doesn't.
bunt, man?
I want to see it if it wins a baseball game,
Yeah, like the bottom of the ninth, and there's one out, a guy on third, and he just pinches one down the line, and he beats it out, and
or
the
even
bunt
for like
scores.
a
Yeah,
extra
something
inning
like that.
type of
Yeah,
deal.
but he
But
doesn't need. We don't need him there for the first 5 innings.
no,
You know what I mean? We really don't. He's two wasted at bats, and maybe a play in center field or two.
and yeah, I mean, we could talk about this
Yeah,
all night. It's not going to make a difference who's out there, who's batting ninth. They're both bench players. They're both not good enough to
right.
start on almost any team. I mean, they could. Pache can go back to the A's. He probably would start there, but I mean, that's that's about it. And
Well, he could
that's
probably
just
send him to the Rockies. They need him right now.
yeah. They need a whole team. I can't believe how many injuries they have. I saw that today, and I was like, holy cow.
When they said they were
Um,
pinch running a pitcher, I was like, wait, what? I had to look
oh,
again.
I can't wait to talk about that. Uh, but yeah, I mean, you're not comparing like you're not sitting here and you're not going. I have Ken Griffey Jr. and Andrew Jones. You have Rojas and
Yeah.
Pache.
Two
You have
role
two guys,
players. They should be role
two
players.
role players. You don't have two Hall of Famers here. You have two below average ball players who both aren't good enough to start on any other team. So just start Pache where he could at least kind of hit.
The worst part is we shouldn't even have to have these conversations. They're both 9 hole hitters. They're
Yes.
good defensive players. No one else is producing. That's why we talk about this stuff so much. If everybody else is hitting, who cares if Rojas strikes out 3 times a game? I don't. If everybody
I
else is
wouldn't care
hitting
if
and
we
we're
were
winning
winning
games,
though.
I'd love him in center field because he's just there for that reason, you know. But he needs everybody else isn't producing, so we look at that because someone has to. Welcome to Philadelphia sports, buddy.
Yeah, and maybe he is more of a small market guy, and maybe
Yeah,
this isn't right for him. I mean,
I'm still not writing him off. I think they can send him down. He's a
he
young
needs to be
guy.
sent down.
Yeah, and I
He
didn't think about that
needs
at first. I didn't think it was a good idea, but now seeing it with last season, yeah, he batted 300 in the regular season, but that he didn't do anything in the playoffs, and he hasn't done anything really now except for the St. Louis series. Sending him down might be the best option.
and what you're seeing is that playoff Rojas was the real Rojas.
Yeah, I can't.
That's the
I wouldn't
guy.
disagree.
So, I mean, a real center fielder is needed on this team. If we can sit here and talk about it,
Are we going fishing now? Is that what we're bringing up?
I feel like we should bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, he did hit
Um,
another bomb tonight.
yes, Mike Trout hit another home run. All right, so I have some questions for you
Okay.
about the Trout thing. I'm not against it. Not against it. Why do the Phillies trade for Trout? What would they give up and why? We
Why
already
is a
touched
pretty
on why.
simple. Yeah, like I said, we probably talked about that last week a little bit, or before. But why is very simple. You need the bat, and he is a generational player. He, when healthy, is probably one of the best players in baseball, and he was in front of Bryce Harper in the MLB top rankings year in and year out. There was like 1 year I think that Harper was in front of him, and why wouldn't you want to pair that up? As to what you give up, that's the tough question because the Angels are kind of fluttering. So what do they actually want? Do they want pitching? Do they want fielding? Do they want hitting? And right now with the other struggles of people on the team, what can you really package to entice them? I mean, yes, Trout has to waive his no clause, his no trade clause, but the Angels
Which he
still have
would.
to say yes. Yeah, I think he would if the opportunity presented itself. But at the same time, for the Angels, Phillies aren't producing right now. So what do you want from them? You want pitching, and we probably don't want to give up pitching. But if it were me, I would probably be willing to give up pitching, and probably I might throw Rojas in there. Maybe they can fix the swing. I don't know. You know,
Well, it's an organization that just
I don't think they're
looks
going
like
to
they
take
need a
Taijuan
rebuild,
Walker.
right?
Yeah, but they like
So,
don't want to believe it. So
well, they were losing games with Trout and Otani.
mhm.
So, and I feel like they should have been ready to rebuild for some time.
Well, Trout
Um,
asked them to, and they basically said, "We're just going to roll with this and see what happens."
so
But
go ahead.
to each their own. I don't know. I mean, I would be willing to listen to every offer that the Angels would present because I don't think Dombrowski's in the pool of fishing for it right now, which it's early, so we'll see what
Uh,
happens towards the end of the day.
it's gonna come down to around deadline time, and we're sitting there looking at the fact that Trout is having a MVP level season on a team that is not producing, and it's gonna happen. Um,
That'd be a cool podcast, man. I'm down for that.
oh,
Trade
that's a
deadline.
podcast on the spot, no matter what happens.
Yeah,
Um, Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players I've ever had the privilege of seeing
yeah,
when he's healthy. Um, and I'm very thankful for that.
yeah.
I would love to see it for a whole season in every game and be able to tune into that. Um, I think somebody in the Anaheim organization needs to realize that they're in a rebuild and they need to take some younger guys in there and get Trout out of there before he can make a playoff game, before he can win a
Yeah,
playoff game.
yeah. I mean, imagine
Uh,
imagine that Mike Trout does not win a playoff game in his whole career, and we just watch that get wasted. Come home to Philly, buddy. We're
and
here. We're open arms. We'll figure it
I
out.
think I think we talked about it, and this is kind of what you just said. I think we talked about it with Max, but the chemistry is there. I feel
Mhm,
like he'll fit right in with this team.
mhm.
He's obviously has a former teammate on there, Brandon Marsh, and uh, but
I mean, and Marsh was supposed to be a premier center fielder when he came up, so maybe that's a good tie to have.
yeah, I mean Marsh looks Marsh is incredible. But we're talking about Trout. I don't even know how to really word it because it's April. It's
Yeah,
April 15th, and I'm talking about trading for Mike Trout.
we've
Um,
been talking about this for years, though. Well,
no,
not you to
but
be particular, but in general.
it's April 15th.
Yeah.
Do I think if Mike Trout's on this team, the Phillies win a World Series? Yes, I do think that.
Hmm. Hmm.
I don't think it's. I think you become NL favorites, and it's not even really close. I think they're better than the Dodgers with Trout on the team. I think they're better than the Braves. I think they're better than the Braves now, but I think
Well, yeah,
so.
yeah.
I just I th- you have a team filled with like all stars. Then
Hmm.
you're almost like becoming the Yankees.
Yeah.
You have you'll have Trout, Harp, JT, Trey. It's a lot. It's be a lot to handle.
Hmm. I mean, that's the thing, though. The you trade for Trout, the money comes into it big time. But we were already in on Yamamoto for all that money, so why wouldn't you take on a contract like that? You know what I mean? Why not?
I mean, yeah, I would. If we're always going to come back to yes, if Yamamoto was we were going to pay him this much money, then why aren't we doing things?
Hmm.
Then there was a reason why we were going to pay Yamamoto that money, though, and it's because he's a pitcher.
Yeah.
A pitcher that I don't think is going to be slightly overrated, but he still is a pitcher. And
Hmm.
my concern with the Trout thing is are they going to ask for current players in the lineup that would have to leave the team? Like another outfielder is on this team
Like
or something.
Castellanos.
Yes, like Castellanos. Um, I don't want that to happen because I don't want that to happen.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. They're gonna want at least someone back that's playing every day. So is it Rojas? Is it Castellanos? Or can't ask for Marsh back. You already gave him to us, you know. So
Yeah,
we're
they're not
keeping
going to. Yeah, Marsh is off
him.
limits.
Yeah, especially right now.
No, we're not trading Marsh.
But
I
yeah,
don't care if it's from Mike Trout. I'm not trading Marsh.
I feel like if
Uh,
we did trade for Mike Trout, it would probably have to be you'd probably have to put someone in there like a Castellanos or a name at least. You know, I would definitely be fine with Taiwan Walker in that trade though.
I don't think they take that though. I mean,
No,
I
I
guess it
don't
could be
think
like
so.
a money swap
That's what I'm thinking about. You know, the money value of everything.
because it's not like they're losing money. Then they're still we'll end up with more debt than
There
they
would
are.
definitely have to be some cash considerations, I'm sure, in that trade. It hurts my brain to even have to think about it.
It's April and I'm thinking about
Yeah,
trades,
yeah.
and it's hard to talk about trades when the team is known to struggle in April
Right, but they
because
had a better start than recent years. I mean, let's
yeah,
let's face it, they have. So, like, how
because
how hot do you want them to start, and then to be like
no,
16
I'm
and two?
fine with where they're
I'm
at. They're a
not talking about you.
500
I'm talking about
baseball
in
team in
general.
April.
Yeah, and that's not even the worst thing to have. I mean, at least you're not 300. You know, at least you're even or right above it. You know, to build off of. It's a long season, so we're what 16, 17 games into it now. There's a lot more left. You know.
Yeah, and you can't expect guys to not pick it up. Obviously, Bryce is going to pick it up at some point. Cassie's going to pick it up probably this week.
He's
So
been squaring some balls up, so I can see that.
he's going to hit one out tomorrow.
Calling it.
That's my prediction. If I'm wrong, I will shave my beard. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that.
He said it.
I'm not.
I did it. He said it. Hold him to it.
Nope.
I'm holding you to it. Shaving the beard.
It's just starting to grow back. No. um. Yeah. So I mean, let's talk. Let's jump into what we saw today with the Rocky series. There's a lot of stuff that we were supposed to talk about, but we're all over the place, so it's fine.
Yeah.
I think the first thing I want to talk about is the play at the plate. Do you wanna start it?
Yeah, I mean, in my mind, I don't know. Did they challenge? They challenged him blocking the plate. Is what I understood about the whole thing. Wasn't
That's
like
what
he
it sounded
was
like.
out or safe, but it's a play at the plate. I don't know exact rules or anything like that, but the pitcher is running in full speed to the plate, so he's not in a position to really set himself up to, block the plate or avoid that. So it's a gray area, and I think it's the right call. I mean, I might be old school. I like those collisions at the plate anyway, but I play
I
catcher,
miss
so
collisions,
hmm I mean, it's
but I
safer
mean
for the game. I get it. It's perfectly fine
I
in
don't
that
have time for
aspect, but
safe.
yeah, it's bang bang play. You gotta. The rules should not apply in that aspect at home plate. It's kind of
So
like
after
stepping
watching
into the
it,
octagon.
yeah, after watching it with the replays a few times, to me it looked like he wasn't even blocking the plate. It
Yeah,
looks
he
like
had a play. He had a path.
he had his legs open when he was going for the tag, and you could see the legs slide under still. So it looked
hmm
like to me that he hit the tag on the shoulder right
hmm
before his leg hit the plate. So to me, that
Right,
wasn't
and
blocking. It looked like
he was
he
basically
was
hugging him anyway.
yeah, and he was in the movement of move. He can't just stop yourself when you're running.
Right.
So there was no the collision was gonna happen,
hmm
and when he was it, I paused it a few times trying to look. It really looks like he hits him right on the shoulder before his leg slides under, and if he was blocking, his leg would have he wouldn't have been able to even hit the plate.
Well,
So if they were
the whole
challenging
thing,
blocking,
the left foot was might have been blocking, but there was still a path to the plate, and he's running. It's like they were. I think they talked about it on the broadcast a little bit. Like it's kind of a gray area where the rules are exempt for the pitcher because he's running full speed. He can't just stop like you said on a dime and just set up and tag the guy out. That
yeah, if it was
he'd be
a
safe
plate,
every time.
if it was a direct play at the plate, like catcher and everything, yeah, I mean, you could probably say that was blocking because JT's not running towards the plate. But
Mhm.
in this case, he had to move. It's not like no one could
Right.
just stop without pulling some major muscles here. And like I don't know what more you can argue. I mean, otherwise, other than just like we could be biased. We could be sitting here. We could be sounding really
It could
biased
be.
because we're Phillies fans, and we're sent. But I'm trying to look at it as from a baseball fan perspective, not a Phillies fan perspective. To me, it looked like they still had the ability to get his foot in,
Mhm.
but the tag just happened before. So, from a
Yeah.
baseball fan perspective, not a Phillies fan perspective, he was out.
Yeah, as a
As a
baseball
Phillies
fan,
fan,
I love to see that play. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
exciting. That's exciting for the people that pay money to go watch baseball or sit at home and watch it. You want to see those kind of bang bang plays. So I have no issues with how it was. I mean, I'd probably have an issue if he was safe, but
but
biased.
even if he was safe, I would still be sitting here saying what I'm saying. I think
Yeah.
from a baseball fan perspective, if his foot did hit the plate before the tag, I'm gonna say safe. Do
Yeah.
I want to? Would we have lost the game more than likely? Yeah, and I would have been
Mhm.
upset and sad, and I probably would have just canceled this podcast because computer damage. I would have broke my computer,
Yeah, something like that.
something I don't know, but I just really, I just want to see us not go into extra innings for a team like Colorado. But
I know. I think we're still undefeated in extra innings, though, right? I
yeah,
believe so, at least. Like, and we were in extra innings with the Cardinals. I don't think we've gotten extra innings with. No, we didn't get into extra innings with the Pirates, I believe, because we had a walk off. And then tonight with the Rockies. I mean, eh, that's what makes it so embarrassing. You have a very good pitching performance from Nola, a very, very good pitching performance, and you can't muster up any runs. I mean, they did hit the ball, it landed in gloves. Maybe it wasn't, timing wasn't totally there or something like that. But I hate watching these pitchers go out and be dominant, and there's no runs. It's a
it's
2-1
every game.
game, 3-2 game, and we should be our offense should be producing over 4 or 5 runs a game. That's the offense it should be.
And it's time for that to happen because it's not going to get easier here. I mean, you have a good chance to. You should have a good chance to sweep the next two series if you actually wanted to play good baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're sitting there at a really good place.
Right, right. What are we
Really
right now?
good
Nine,
place.
9-8, right?
Yeah.
So
But
you
you're
sweep
looking
the
at.
next. Yeah, you're right there with the Braves again.
Yeah. And I can say this over and over again. We're a better baseball team than the Braves.
I
So,
agree.
I mean, I know you probably want the lineup to wake up on the 20th, but I would like the
I
lineup
wanted
to
to wake
wake
up
up
before. I was saying
before
earlier.
that.
I don't. I wanted to be before that because I want to go to a good game and just know it's going to happen.
When I made that joke because Zach is going to the game on the 20th
Hey,
versus the White Sox. Um, I don't go to baseball games, so
I
I
have to
just watch on
kidnap him
TV.
eventually. I'm going to kidnap him,
Yeah.
and he's going to come to a baseball game.
Yes,
He's
yes,
going to
I
crowd.
will.
He's going to crowd surf.
Yes. I don't know how you knew that, but that was my intention. I was
Mm-hmm.
going to just freaking go shirtless and crowd surf all the way down.
Hey, we'll
I was
wave
gonna
around the Phanatics shirt.
I was gonna Kelsey Bills game originally, but I was like, I don't know if I'm that athletic, so I'm just
You might. It might be dry, but you still might slip. You don't know.
like it won't be cold, but I'm gonna fall anyways. There's a guy just falling down the stairs. Uh,
Hey, at least you get some TV time.
TV time, maybe like a free shirt or something.
Yeah, and John Kruk would probably make fun of you, so
That's a dream.
that would be fine. I'd take one for the team and dive down the steps.
All right, now I'm now now I shouldn't be allowed. Now I shouldn't be allowed at a baseball game. Just jumping. I'm just gonna climb to the top of the stadium and just jump off.
Yeah, like those guys in the Bryce Harper home run last year that were standing on
Yep.
top of the third deck, and I was like, "What the hell are they doing up there?" And I was like, "Oh wait, they do fireworks up there." But that was a wild sight. I was like, "What are they? Did they like scale up the building? Like, how would they get up there?"
When
I mean, that ball went up there, and they put the screen up, and I was like, "What?
my
They have seats
funny
up there?"
so my first date with my wife, we went to a Red Wings game and it was Batman night. And they had Batman standing on top of the stadium. And I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. In the Batman
that's
suit,
pretty.
standing on
That's pretty
top of
badass, man. I mean, like,
that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go to Philly. I'm gonna stand on top of Citizens Bank Park in a Batman suit. And I'm just gonna jump though.
maybe it'll get the offense going. You'll probably live somehow.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of
And
people. I'll probably just land on a bunch of people.
maybe not the smartest thing to do, but
No one ever said
worth it.
anything
Worth a
about smart
try.
here.
Worth a try.
I could jump holding a sign that says fishing for trout. And then I,
Well, that's a
with a fishing
good.
pole, I could just sit there like this.
Yeah. I
See,
thought
we're on
about making
something.
a sign for the game. Fishing
You're
for
close
trout.
enough. You
Yeah.
could probably see it on
What
TV.
section 112.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That's my section. I usually go right there at 111, right by the beer.
Right by the beer.
Not a long walk. But I
I
don't think
can't
my
remember.
girlfriend knows that we're going like early. Like I think I
Oh,
told her it's like a four. I think I told her it's like a 4 o'clock game because I'm trying to catch a ball for batting practice, man.
right.
I'm gonna be selfish. I haven't gone to batting practice or like seen any of that kind of stuff for a while when the gates open. So
Just
we're
go
gonna
have
go.
some
She
fun.
doesn't know yet. I hope she doesn't watch this because it'll kind of spoil it. But we're gonna go, and she's gonna be bored for like 2 hours before the game.
But let's try to wrap things up soon. But let's just talk about the rest of the series with Colorado. We have Ranger going tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they
Ranger
probably have
tomorrow.
some double A prospect going because they have no pitching.
Well, I think their other starting pitcher's out now because he pinch
Yeah,
ran and he just
everybody's.
busted his
Oh yeah,
shoulder at home plate.
we didn't. Did we
Like,
talk about? Yeah, we talked about it. We
no,
didn't
he
talk
did.
about him getting hurt.
I was mind blown. He's pinch running a pitcher. I was like, wait, we don't do that anymore. We don't have to
Oh,
do that. Oh wait, they're all hurt. Sorry.
I know, but they could have put anybody else in.
They had a
You're telling
couple.
me
I
that
think they had a
Friedland's
guy
the
on the
fastest
bench,
guy on the team?
and he's fast. Apparently, he wasn't fast enough.
And if he's hurt, right? You
That
just
really
wasted your
screws them up.
because of pitch running, and you could have put anybody in, and it was for nothing.
Yeah.
You
I
still
mean,
lost the
kudos to
game.
him for stepping in and doing the job, but
No, no,
you're
absolutely.
not a runner or a hitter. You're a pitcher, buddy.
And good for
I'd
him
rather,
even taking the contact.
yeah.
You
I mean, he
know,
was
like
ready
he
for it.
didn't. I guess when you're on a team that's like so dysfunctional,
You
you just
kind
do
of just got to go
anything.
for it. Yeah, you just got to go for it. Run through a wall.
Right? Like I'll
Maybe
do
it'll
that up
spark a
there.
run. Oh,
And then, I mean, their best player on that team is old man Brandon
Jake Cave.
Marsh. Yeah, Jake
Probably
Cave.
Jake Cave. You was sick tonight.
Yeah, I know. He didn't want to play and lose. Uh,
He didn't want to
but
get booed.
he wouldn't get booed. I don't understand
No.
why all these former Phillies think they're going to get booed when they show up.
I wanted to go to Reese Hoskins' homecoming game to just, hats off, thank you, buddy, kind of thing. I was trying to
I
sit
would,
like club level, like right
I would
behind
boo
home
him.
plate. You would boo
I
him.
would boo him because no one else would.
You'd be that
Be
guy.
like, you suck.
Go
Overrated.
back to Milwaukee.
Yeah. Cheese and stuff.
Apparently,
And
kind of
then
good cheese out there.
it's not even. What is their stadium's name now? Because it's not Miller Field anymore. What is it? It's like
I don't even know.
I don't know.
The only thing I know about Milwaukee is they have Milwauke's beer, like the stuff out there, right? That's about it.
They're in
And
the
they're just
state of
pretty boring.
Wisconsin. That's all I know. That's all I know. I said they're in the state of Wisconsin. They got a
They're in
basketball team.
Wisconsin or Iowa.
And they got a
That's pretty
basketball
bad,
team. That's all
right?
I know. Their basketball team's all right. And then we got the White Sox. That's another series we should win because it's just another team that is just so gone. Like this, when I originally saw this on the schedule, I was like, we should sweep that week.
Yeah.
Even before the Rockies had their injuries, before I knew the White Sox didn't know how to play baseball, because I kind of just figured they didn't. And
That's been a fact for a little bit now.
They
With the
do have really
Rockies.
nice City Connect jerseys, though. Both teams do.
Yeah, I don't like ours. Ours are okay.
Ours are beautiful. I like them a lot. I'm all about it now. I've committed myself to. I've completely committed myself. I am now the biggest City Connect fan ever. Because
I
everyone.
thought you'd be wearing it today.
I wore it yesterday. But we had other issues, and then today we have issues. Next week we're gonna be doing this again by ourselves, probably. This is gonna be our least viewed podcast.
Probably. But it's fine, man.
I'm
I can talk
excited
all
about
day.
it.
I don't care.
We're at 48 minutes. We're probably about to wrap it up. Is there
Yeah.
anything that we should touch on that we didn't touch on? Trey's
I would say,
consecutive stolen base count.
yeah. What, 39? 39
39
now?
for
Not that he
39.
stole one tonight. But
Nope.
yeah, I mean that's a hell of an achievement. To be considered with on a list with Jimmy Rollins and for Philadelphia at least, that's kind of like a staple. You think about base running and fielding, and just an all around complete hitter. You kind of think of Jimmy Rollins. If you think about people in Philadelphia, at least, that's one of
Jimmy
the first ones
Rollins
that
is
comes
the
to my
man.
mind. So yeah, so to be on that list with him, I'm pretty confident he's going to go 40 for 40 and break that very soon. But that's wild, man. I mean, no one can throw that. And even when I think the last time he was thrown out was kind of like a controversial thrown out. Like he
Yeah.
could have been safe, but he wasn't, or it was. I forget exactly, but
He's just so freakishly fast, though.
he has a good read for the pitcher too. He
Yeah.
can pick
And
up when they're going to go and when they're not.
he's not like Acuna running every time he's out there. He just kind of
No.
waits, and he. I mean, we got an Acuna in the farm system. At least we
Yeah,
will.
he might be 14, but
Yeah,
he might
he's
get there
ready.
one day.
Acuna's probably 14 too, if you look at his birth certificate.
Might be.
Green card.
Might be.
Sorry,
Might
that
be.
got a little off
Little
topic.
little
Um,
paper. Here's a $50 bill lump. I am 12.
but
I mean, with my shaved face, I might be able to pass for a little leaguer right now. I might be able to go
you
bigger,
probably
bigger,
could, but
bigger,
then they'll see like your
bigger.
tattoos on your arms, and you'd be screwed.
I mean, I can.
You can put it like Under
Or I'll
Armour.
wear long sleeves. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah,
Or I'll just have like makeup covering it up or something. Right? I'll
yeah.
be famous
Put
one
some
day.
under. I definitely
I'll
can't
wear
pass for a
one
look.
arm sleeve. One arm sleeve.
Oh,
Be
I
good.
love the one. I like the one arm sleeve look. That's what I do in MLB The Show. Um, but yeah, I mean, Cassidy's struggles was something we were supposed to talk about, but I don't think that's going to happen that much longer. Um,
His swing looks better.
it looks a
Just
lot
like
better. He's not
a more not lazy swing. He was swinging and it didn't exactly look like he even wanted to swing. Now he's kind of committed to swinging and he's swinging through the ball. It's not like a half swing.
I don't understand. He's always done that though. Like his whole career. I know people have always like since he came to Philadelphia, he gets jumped on for the stuff that he's always done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
he did it in Detroit. He did it in Cincinnati. It's just what he does. It's just you have to deal with the frustrations of Casty to get the positives of Casty.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Um, so you can follow us on social medias where we post most of all our stuff on Facebook and Instagram. We have our merch page on there, linked. Which I mean, Zach, why don't you show off your shirt a little? Let's see, it's the Phanatics shirt. You can buy that exact shirt on the merch page, or you can get an Under Armour version.
There's a bunch
Which
of cool versions of the stuff.
the black
Hats,
ones are
everything.
really nice.
Yeah.
I'm sweating because of this stupid light. I'm just gonna say it for people to understand. I'm not some like I have a light
Crazy
because I
dude.
can't. Yeah, so there's a light here, and it's so dark right here. I really should just grab the light from the living room and put it here, but that requires work. So I just been putting this light on my computer, and it makes me sweat ridiculous. I tried all of these different settings, and this one I look orange, so that doesn't work. I'm not.
I love
I
that
don't want to
one.
look.
Do it.
I'm a fucking Oompa
Is there one that makes
Loompa.
you blue? Can you be blue?
I can't be. I could be
That's pretty
no
damn close. That was
blue. Then like
wow.
this thing gets ridiculously bright. See, I like this one. See, now I'm an Oompa Loompa.
Yeah, oh, there you go. That one looks good. Yeah, now you look a little
But
blue.
yeah, so that's what's going on. That's why I'm sweating so much. I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'm fat, but I'm not this fat. Like I'm not like fat. Sit down. I start sweating fat. I'm fat.
You
There's
don't
a
feel like
light in
Jose
front of me.
Alvarado in that interview?
No, I'm.
I'm a fat dude.
I'm not like D Wade playing basketball, sweating or anything like that. It is literally the light, and I have a neck fan that I use, but I can't. It's
Where is it? I
charging.
thought you were gonna. Yeah, that's right.
I
You gotta
got it.
show it to me. That thing is.
There it
Look at
is.
that thing, guys. If you're watching this right now, wow, that is one.
Full blast right now on my neck. I feel wonderful.
Oh, I
It's not
can
lighting up
hear it
though.
too.
Could you not hear it?
I can't hear it.
Oh, so I should have used it the whole
Anytime.
time.
You could have.
It was charging though because it died last night when I was beating you, and well, I lost that game.
Oh, what? You lost the series, buddy. I won
I
too. I
did
got
lose
the
the
win.
series, but I did win the last game. But anyway, you could go find our merch on the site, and we get the shirt like Zach, and got sweaters, you got sweatpants, you got hats, pajama pants that Zach made happen personally
Yep.
for himself
Mm-hmm.
that he hasn't bought yet, and
Yep.
we have tons of stuff. Hopefully, hopefully we have Madison back next week for this chaos doesn't happen again. We lost our
We
structure
are
completely.
reckless. We are. We are.
We had
Yeah,
no
maybe.
structure.
Maybe it worked. I don't know.
Watch this be the most viewed.
But we don't have Madison though.
The
They'll be
FOMO
like,
will be
"Yo,
real
shut
with that
up!
one.
You guys are dumb. Like, stop. Move on.
But that about
We need
wraps it
some
up, Zach.
structure."
So that about wraps it up, Zach. Do you have anything you want to say?
Nope. Go buy the pajama pants because I know I'm not. Eventually, I
And
will.
happy
But
birthday to me, because my birthday's tomorrow.
yes, yes, yes. Happy
All right,
birthday to the fanatic himself.
that's me, the
Yep.
sweat over beast, obese
And if anybody is
guy in the
watching
light.
this, I will be at the game on Saturday, and I will be wearing this shirt. Please ask me
So
about
look
it.
for Zach. Take a picture with him.
Section 112. Yeah.
Post it on Instagram and put the hashtag Fanatics. We'll find you.
Mm-hmm.
There we
Mm-hmm.
go. That about wraps it up. All right, Zach. Thank you, as always, and have a good night.
Adios, amigos.